Edition LLC, Crystal Edge Technology Screens, and our FLE VT company. Got to come in here real quick and take out our music, which is not copyright free. All right, so we got a lot of stuff to do today. Usually when I'm in here this early, it's because I got a lot on my plate. I'm hoping we get the sun out today. So it's supposed to be a sunny day today, which I'm hoping for. Whatever, man. There we go. Okay, come on. Let's get past this commercial. There we go. Thank you. Get back to my copyright-free music. So usually when I'm in this early, it's because I have a lot on my plate to do. I got to go to 4 different places downtown. If we don't get, it looks like it's cloudy outside when I left out the door, so I don't know. It's saying that maybe it's going to be cloudy today, but no rain. So I usually like to take that chance, especially when I'm outside spraying. But we'll see, because I want to get it done today. I really want to get it done today. I want to get these screens tested. But everything has to be tested, so we have to get it down to a surface. We got a ton of testing to do. We need good weather. God bless to make sure we have everything we need. But I was hoping today that we get it done. Should have knocked it out yesterday, because yesterday was really good weather. But we'll see what happens today. It's supposed to be 60 degrees today, so we should be good. So right now, getting my stands and stuff ready, and our surface and everything else we're going to need to be outside today. And going to be using my Wagner, I think 150 or 250, I forget which one that model is. So we can get in the process of coating our surface and getting it outside. So this is going to be one of the most affordable outdoor projection screens that we make. It's coming in at $167. Oh man, I'm setting up for something here. Comes in at $167. That's the price tag of the screen that we're selling for. I'm trying to get situated a little bit. I want to do something. At the last minute, I get this idea to do this at the last minute. It pops up in my head to do this. Oh, that wasn't adjusted correctly. Okay, let me put this over here. This is why I got to get a bigger shop. Got to get a much bigger shop. That's interesting. The workspace that I had at the house, I outgrew that, and now I outgrew this space. I'm actually looking for a bigger spot because I have no room in here now to work. I'm literally crowded in here because I have all my tools, parts, projectors, all my equipment, everything is in here now, and I don't have any room in here. Honestly, I don't. The only plus side, we got a yard out there we can work in. That's it. So I'm gonna have to find me a bigger space, something really big. So I gotta get a look at that, and close by so I can get back and forth to the places I need to be at. All right, I'm taking it down. This is our surface. Other surface. So I bought this surface online. I got it for a good wholesale price because I used my license to obtain the surface. But I wanted to show you something real quick. Where is my tools? So I want to show you something real quick. That's why I'm moving everything around real quick in here. Where's the drill? This. got a whole stack of screws in here. Like, really? They can't grab one freaking screw? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Right, there's one. Oh. This is my screw box. There's all my screws in it. I'm just trying to grab one freaking screw. Well, two screws of that. I'm getting everything else for what I want. Really? Come on now. Right? Now it's about time. Oh, this is so whatever. Let me just grab this out of here. All these screws we got in here. You mean to tell me I can get one screw out of here? Decent size. Well, there we go. This is exactly what I needed. I go through all that just to get two screws. So, I explained before that the AI technology that they use to try to make a white projection screen look desirable, you're not going to get that image. So we're going to get a couple more of these screens, especially the ones that we're showing, like the digital display. This is what you were supposed to get at the end of the day. We're going to do a couple of them outside. And we're going to use a 6500 lumen Chrissy full venue projector to hit that thing. And you won't be able to read anything. It's not going to pick up. And that's one of the things I don't like about the AI technology, because they can embed that screen in there, and some people will see that and believe in it. They'll think they're actually going to get this. This is why they reach out to us. All right, let me see. That's the inflatable screen. Go to Amazon. We are portable service. Let me see. Portable projection screens, front and rear, Amazon. I don't know why they allowed it to happen that way, because customers are going to end up complaining about it. Now, for those of you who have other solutions that don't pick up the infinity contrast level, pretty much what they'll say is at the end of the day is that it's up to your projector to produce that. That means you're going to pay a lot of money. More contrast you pay for, more expensive your projector becomes. So they're going to tell you that that's up to the projector to produce that. It's really not up to the screen. That's a lie. I mean, you're going to dish out more money. I know this because when I call these companies that make these screens, and I ask them, I said, well, what about the contrast level? Like, can I read a like good dark level, like a real inky black? And I'll say, well, that's up to your projector. If it has that capability, the higher the contrast you pay for in your projector, the better your black levels. So all in all, you're gonna pay some more money, a lot of money. All right, let me see what we got here. Sorry about that. Excuse me. And again, the ones who do sell white screens, and they're telling you at the end of the day, well, this white screen is different from this white screen because this screen is going to give you a pure white level, and this one's going to give you a yellowish tone. They say that. They're all the same, literally. I had to do a demonstration where I showed t-shirts, bed sheets, everything. They're all white. They're all blended in. Same thing. Same thing. All right, let me see. Where's my surface at? This is my surface right here before we coat it, because we haven't coated it yet. This is my surface right here. Now I know that people are staring at this thing about, oh, I can do the same. No, you can't. You don't have the same formula we have. You don't. You paint this thing gray, it's not going to function correctly. I got 3 of these coming in. I'm going to coat one completely gray, and actually we're going to stripe one. I think it's better if we just stripe it in different colors. You can't. You can't. It's not going to happen that way. I'm sorry, but it's not. You can buy the same surface. Yeah, you can go out and buy everything we buy at the end of the day. Same projection screen, same everything, same projectors, everything. You can't function like we can. That's why you're stuck in dark environments, and that's why we generate for the environments. It's not the same thing. That's like me, if I was developing gray screens and I'm going behind a black diamond, I'm saying, oh, we can do the same motorized projection screen thing. No, we can't. It's a different form of technology. You can't compete with that. Well, now we can. All right, so this surface, I like this because this is both front and rear. But what I like about it is usually when you deal with front and rear screens, the problem you have is they make them too thin. Very, very thin. So this one is actually rear projection, but if you notice, a good rear screen, if you take your hand, and this is something, again, they don't tell you because they don't do enough testing. They don't know about this stuff. See how you don't see my hands at all, period? But this is front and rear. An image can transfer through this. But if you see your hand, like you can see your hand crystal clear, guess what else is going to transfer through this too? A lot of freaking light's going to transfer through. And the more light that transfers through, the faster your screen is going to wash out. That's what's going to happen. So it has to be a good mixture where basically you can see through the screen, but technically you can't see through the screen. If you know what I'm talking about. And I'll give you an example. Let's go over here and let's grab my Pico projector and I'll show you. So that's one of the things I look for when we've got a surface we want to basically coat with our technology. If it's made where it's too thin, then if light hits that screen, it's going to completely wash out. I don't care what we put on that stuff at the end of the day. It's going to have some issues. The FLE, that sun killer technology, it transfers better through plexiglass and glass, different surfaces. So we did test on other surfaces to see how it would react to the sun. And for some reason, the glass, plexiglass, fiberglass, all that stuff reacts a little better. All right, let me see. Let's just get a basic video on YouTube. Get some 4K tropical fish. All right, let me see. I need something that I can put my stand on. My screen on. I'll have to put this on the regular stand, and then I need this. I gotta put the other one together so that way you can see it when I talk about the transfer. Because you're not gonna see it if it's laying flat against the wall when I think about it. So let's put you guys on this over here. So that way I can have my stand back. And I'll put you over there. Now, to the other problem you have is that if the solution doesn't allow for the sound to transfer through, the image is not coming with it. That's another problem too. I see people try to coat acoustic surfaces that are designed, and they say on their products that their products can basically be used on acoustics. Don't do that. Acoustic screens are crazy expensive. You wreck that screen and that screen can't transfer sound, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Because keep in mind, they could take you to PayPal and get you for the money back, but they're going to take you to court to get that money back for that screen. So people need to test that. I've seen some people do it, make comments about how their paint can basically be painted over acoustic surface. No, you will clog every single hole and you will damage the screen, which means they're going to take you to PayPal first and they're going to get the money back that they paid to damage the screen. And then they're going to turn around and take you to small claims court and they're going to sue you for the price of the screen because you didn't do any testing. You have to do testing. You can't just make things up and say, oh, it'll work. It'll definitely work. No, it's not going to work. I saw somebody do one of the most cheapest, crappiest demonstrations on an acoustic screen. It wasn't even funny. They literally got a little tiny cube speaker. We know who. Got a little tiny cube speaker. They painted over a lead screen. What was the lead screen's acoustic sample sheet? It was like something like a 2x2, a little smaller than that. And he put the speaker behind to see sound travels right through it. No. It doesn't work that way. You have to have that on a large scale, like 100-inch, 120-inch. Put the speakers behind it and then show it the sound can transfer through it. That's how you have to do it. That speaker, it sounds not traveling to that speaker, it's to that surface. It's basically hitting it and just wrapping around. That's all it's doing. You're just hearing the sound that's coming from here to here. Or better yet, if you want to actually make it more concrete, then you just make yourself a little tiny box. You put your surface on there, you stick your speaker in there, and then the sound has no place to go but transfer through that surface. That's another way you do it if you want to be more thorough about it. Because you want to make sure that the sound is not transferring any place else. It's not going up, it's not going from left to right. The only thing that can go is through that surface. And then you put highs in. Highs are much important because highs are going to muffle faster. Bass, you're really not going to hear bass all that well. You're going to hear bass, but you need highs, crystal clear. Something like when someone's speaking with their voice, it has come up crystal clear. I've done acoustic screens before. So let's get this up. Now also too, another thing you can do if you're doing these screens outside, you get one of these photo drop stands. They're actually really affordable. Right here. And we'll get, where's the other one at? Right here. Here's the sun. Come out and play. All right. You know, I'll tell you something that gets me at the end. That sometimes we'll have some people, we'll have some people come in and they go about to place an order, but they'll get second thoughts. Like, I don't know, I think I'd do something better. Go ahead. I challenge you. As a matter of fact, I challenge people. Go find something that's better than my screen. And see what you come up with. We've been through everything already. I've literally been through everything already. So ain't much we can go through. Tell you the truth, we've been through everything already. So go ahead. See if you get the same image. That's why there's videos that pop up. There's challenges. Every last one of those videos you see with the slideshows attached to them, screens outside, screens producing all these amazing images on projector screens outside in the middle of the daytime, stuff like that. Those are challenge demonstrations to matching better stuff. To the customers, it's to show them the level of technology we're on. The people who make products, it's to show you the matching better demonstrations. So like I said, go ahead. Go, I'll give you a challenge. Go find a screen that can take on our screen. Can't go native certifies. We hit all those already. We even got diamond, so that's not going to help. And screen paints, got them too. Heck, I even got paint from Ireland. So I get a few customers that'll come in there and go, well, I can get something, the same thing. Go ahead. Now let me know. If you find something else out there that we haven't touched yet or haven't hit yet, let me know, because I'm always looking for something. Trying to find something at the end of the day. If it's a gray screen, just forget it altogether. Find something. I haven't found any other darker gunmetal screens, to tell you the truth. The only ones I found were Dark Sernai. Elite Screen's got one. They have a dark screen. Diamond has them. Daylight has them. DMP Supernova, they got them. We tested them. Seymour AV, I have not seen a dark gunmetal screen with them yet. And what's the other one? Seymour AV and Stewart. We did the Firehawk G4 and Firehawk G5. We did all those. I've done all the silver screens or mid-gray screens. Did all that. The reason why it's important to do those demonstrations is because you run into a customer who has one of those screens. Ever seen people sit there and they say, hey, so-and-so and so-and-so, changed my mind. All right, let's get some clamps for this too. We don't want to clamp that. Now these are clamps you want to use, right? That's fantastic. These are clamps you want to use. Usually sometimes they give you cheap thin clamps. Some things break, snap. Just go to Amazon. You get them for $7. You get 14. If your screen doesn't stretch all the way over, what you do is, matter of fact, I got one right here on it's a line. So you take your rope, you tie it to the far end over here. Tie it to the far end there. So it doesn't stretch all the way over. Say your stand is bigger than your screen. So you got a big stand, but you got a 100-inch screen. And it's not going to stretch all the way over to connect to the bar so it sits flat out. So what you do is you take a piece of string and you tie it right there where the bar is at. And you tie the other one around this, and now you can stretch it out like a bungee cord. If you want to use a bungee cord, use it that way, and you can snap it in, and it'll lock in quite nicely. That's another way of doing it. Well, let's get this up. This one has the built-in grommets in it, which is fantastic. This is a surface we're going to be coating with the black technology. If our weather is good, then we will have this coated, have this set up, and ready to go. All right, so let me get my surface here, because I want to show you something. Pretty good string too. Nice, stretchable, wrinkle-free, all that good stuff. I'll bring it over a little bit more. Now, in order for me to basically coat anything, we have to test it out first. So I have to know on my end that it is basically going to work to my liking, because if it's not going to work to my liking. That's how that's going to work. All right, then we get the fire stick for this. Fire stick's more portable. I'll take all this out of this. There we go. We have our fire sticks over here. Look at you. And we're going to be building next. Pretty soon, we're going to be working on our RetroPie arcade cabinet. So I got an idea of the sheet of plexiglass from I need to do it. I'm already building my stand and getting that done behind me. So we can work on that also too. Where the heck is the remote control for this thing? I just found this remote control a couple days ago. Put this right there for you. Don't look like the same thing in the advertisement, does it? Nah, told you. Nope. That's all AI technology right there. That's what I don't like about AI. Another way to fool you to buy something that don't work. That's why I don't use it, never will support it, ever. YouTube.
Okay, here's YouTube.
That's not what I want to show you. Another thing too, when you buy those projectors like these and they tell you, hey, you're going to get this 300-inch screen, you're not going to get a 300-inch screen out of it. Virtually not going to happen. Let's see. 4K tropical fish. Imagine, we're just under the commercial lights. Imagine we go outside with a white screen, see what happens. Oh, get me my tropical fish. Why do you have to be so fussy pants all the time? 4K tropical fish. All right, there we go. Let's get something with some nice blues in it.
A defenseless young girl was brutally raped.
We don't need all that. Come on, in the morning. Really? Seriously? I understand I got to talk about some things, but gee whiz Louise. I'd be terrified to have kids and have them hooked up to a TV. I really would. I'd be terrified. Politicians be speaking all this crazy nonsense. We don't need to hear all that. You know, they should have a special, just cable channel, just strictly for that. Keep them off everybody else's station and have them give them their own channel. Do right? So I told you that the ultra short throw scenario, the closer you are to the screen, the better the image. See what I mean? This is another reason why ultra short throws really shouldn't have a problem with being able to produce in fully lit environments due to the fact that they're sitting right on top of the screen. That's 3,000 lumens right on top of the screen. But let me see something here for a minute. put that right there. Like walking in the rain and the snow and there's no place to go and you feel like party. You see what I mean? I'm talking about. You have to know your surfaces. You have to. Because if you buy the wrong one, it can go bad real quick. So you see how I can't see anything on the other side too well, right? That's a good surface that can transfer an image, but not too much light. Now we coat this with the FLE technology. This thing's gonna come up all black. It's gonna be able to produce a beautiful image that's pushed to the side. All the colors are gonna pop, white levels are gonna push off, and it'll be able to receive 100% contrast with no problem whatsoever. And we can do it outside, or ultra short throw, or whatever we choose. But the surface is too thin, and I take my hand up there and I go, okay, let me see for a minute. If I can't see the shadow of my hand, I'm seeing the actual hand. That's a bad sign right there. That's a surface that's going to have some problems. Yeah, so washed out is not even funny how washed out it is. Yep. So there you go. Now see, to people who hate me at the end of the day, you learned something new today. And the reason why you don't know that is because you have not done enough tests. You do a lot of tests, and you test a lot of material out and a lot of different screens and fixed frame screens and motorized screens, and you'll find out interesting things about them. One of the things is anytime you see an acoustic surface, or this is even acoustic, sound can travel through it, but anytime you see a surface that's supposed to be front and rear, you put your hand up to it and you can see your hand, literally can see your hand, bad idea, don't go near it. I can't kill myself on these cables and wires. All right, so let me get this back on my stand. Right there. I had people contact me and ask me, hey, I bought a brand new projector, venue, and it didn't come with a lamp. It didn't come with a lens. It's not gonna come with a lens. They never do. If you buy one from eBay, a place like that, then you'll get one, because maybe the merchant may decide to put it in there. But if you buy a brand new from a vendor, you're not getting a lens with that. You're going to pay for that lens. It's going to cost you a lot of money, too. $5,000, that's the cheapest you're going to be to get one on. It'll cost you no more than that. Depends on what model you get and what you get. $1,500,000 for a projector. Let me get something here. They go in on the jellyfish, I swear. Just need basic. That's all. Give me the other one, because this is doing too much for it. I got too much on my plate. Just give me what I asked for. Give me something on it. That's perfect. All right. Now, as you notice in this demonstration, the background is required to produce a 100% black level at all times, because you have the pretty beta fish moving back and forth and the 100% black level. Again, if this upsets you about the infinity contrast level, you're going to have to face that bridge sooner or later. You know that, right? You can't possess it. It's going to be problems for you from the door. We got people at the end of the day that get mad over that. They get upset and they get extremely bitter over it. But again, you can't read it. You can't read it. What are you going to do at the end of the day? Come on now. Do some common sense here. If your product's not working, guess what you do? You upgrade. Like the people made the Atari 2600. They upgraded. Came up with that 64 model. The controller like the size of a huge loaf of bread. But still, they still upgraded. You have to upgrade. Can't stick with the same product for 5 years. All right, let me see something for a minute. Okay. Over here for a minute. And my projector over here. And what I'm going to do here. Oh, that's pretty cool, ain't it? Yeah, that black technology is a beast. Imagine when that FLE invisible hits that stuff, what it's going to look like. It's going to look insane. If you're mad over that and that's making you angry, then guess what? I'm sorry, but that's your problem at the end of the day, not mine. That sounds like a personal problem. I have people will come in here. These are people who make products. They'll come in here to watch our demonstrations to see what we're doing, what we're up to. And when they see our screens firing off and pulling up at 50 lumens, it ticks them off. They can't stay in the channel. They have to leave. It upsets them. But that's not my problem. It's your problem. If you have those feelings right now that you're upset and this is upsetting you, then you need to upgrade. I've never felt the need to be upset over somebody else's work. For what? You got to work harder. You want to achieve that level, you got to work hard. That's all to it. Being angry ain't going to help you. You can be better from sun up to sundown. It's not going to help you. Got to work hard for it. That's what you got to do. Got to work hard for it. Let me show you what I'm doing here. I don't kill my keyboard. I got my keyboard on the side. I don't want to jack up my keyboard. Now, you see those marks all over the surface like that? You know what that's caused by? Paint roller. So when I had to test the surface, and I was at the other place, not a lot of places for me to spray a screen at, by the way. I just went over with a roller, just to do the demonstration. But this is what happens, and if you use an extra fine paint roller, or what do you call it, a foam roller, you're going to get that imperfection. It's going to pop up. This is why you do not paint over rear projection with a roller. It's a bad idea. But I wanted to see exactly how it was going to function, if it was going to work, if the image was going to push through, if it was going to come through crystal clear. That's what I need to see on my end. But this is the reason why you don't. And I'm going to paint a couple of surfaces and show you this is why you do not paint over a surface. It's supposed to be rear projection technology with a foam roller or any kind of roller, because you will mark your screen. That's what's going to happen. Now you see on this side, this is done with a paint sprayer. See how smooth it is? To the other side, how it's marked up, that's done with a roller. So one side's done with a roller, the other side's done with a paint sprayer, to show you why you do not paint a rear projection screen with a roller, because you will damage the screen. But I just want to show you the image transfers through. That's all. That's why. I've done enough rear projection screens to know what I'm talking about. Don't do that, because you'll mark the screen up. I don't care if how light you roll it. I don't care. You're going to mark your screen. You're going to damage the screen. Never do that. And whoever tells you to do that, they don't know what they're talking about. Now, see how washed out the color looks now? All right, I made a surface up here too, a certified screen up here too. Yep. You can mark the surface. So right there, so that surface is marked. That's what you're going to do to your screen. So what's going to happen is you got a piece of glass, which is expensive. especially large piece of glass by the size of this screen right here. Or if you have a piece of plexiglass, that can also be very expensive. Or your window, God forsakes, and it comes down to that. And someone tells you to roll that surface on, you will damage your window. You're going to damage that piece of plexiglass. And once you do this to it, it's no way to reverse it. It's stuck like this. This is sprayed. This is rolled. So I do this because sometimes when we show off our products, we get people that'll come into the room and they'll say, well, you know, hey, can I, or email, they'll send me email saying, hey, look, can I roll this in? And we go, no, don't do it. Don't roll it in. And they'll say, why? I said, because you'll mark the screen, you'll damage it. But that's what this surface was coated for. It's coated, first of all, I said I had to apply it to it because we didn't have the paint spray at the time. And I just wanted to see if it would work. And it did work. The other side, I coated it with the formula when we got the paint sprayer in. This is before the day we were going to actually coat that window, which I'm glad I didn't because it would have been stuck up there. But anyway, we also use that as an example of why you never, ever, ever roll in a rear projection screen because you would damage the screen. And if you do, someone said, would you go up and down? No, because you're going to leave streak marks at the end of the roller from here to here. You're going to leave these streak marks right in your screen. If you notice when you watch the demonstration with the inflatable projection screen on the other fellow, you notice you see those streak marks going up and down. That's what that triggered it. That's what triggered it. All right, take our black diamond. Put it over here. This is why the black diamond, we call it a worthy opponent. You know why? Because it freaking works. That's why. So that's a 50 lumen projector. Or black diamond technology. Like I told you, the technology works. All the technology, everybody's technology we test against works. This is our technology is more superior. That's what I saw in Diamond's technology when I first saw it. That's the screen that actually we were testing against. When we first saw the Black Diamond, this is the Black Diamond 1.4. When we first saw that screen, one of the demonstrations I saw him do was he walked out in all this light and he took that surface and he moved it around. Everywhere he moved it around, the image popped up. That's the screen right there is the reason why we have that black technology right in front of us. Because when I saw that, I thought this screen was black. Mind, we made all gray paint, so this would I was easily mistaken for a black screen. And at the time, any darker screen, because there were no black screens, was considered to be black, because there were no other darker screens, they were just dark gray. But now, since you have screens that are actually black, you can't call that anymore black anymore. They call them gunmetal. And that's what they do. That's what they do. Now, let me explain something crystal clear because we got people out there who claim to have gunmetal. No, you do not have gunmetal. The difference between that screen and a non-tested gunmetal screen paint, you wouldn't be able to match that thing in no way whatsoever. No way whatsoever. In order for you to call your product gunmetal, say you have a gunmetal screen, you got to test against gunmetal screens, actual physical gunmetal screens, in order to make that claim. Technically, you can't. Because say if I have that screen right there in my home right now, you claim you have a gunmetal screen paint. First I'm going to ask is, well, show me some test demonstrations showing your product better than this screen right here that I actually own in my home. And if you don't have those demonstrations, at least on 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 of these screens, how are you going to convince me to give you money at the end of the day when I can easily spend $5 grand for it? How am I saving any money? You have no proof that thing actually can be the gunmetal screen. Where's your demonstrations at? Oh, you don't have any? Well, guess what? Bye bye. I'm gonna go buy me that screen. Not changing anything. They come to us. That Imperial we have over here, we could show you. Here we go. Here's a demonstration on the Imperial. Here's the 3 different screens we did. We did this screen, we did that screen, fully environment, ultra short throw projector. Here you go. There you go. Got to show the difference. And keep in mind, this company right here contacted me at the end of the day. They reached out to us. They didn't reach out to the others because they don't have gunmetal. That's why. This is what I found fascinating about the Black Diamond technology when I got it over here, because I thought the gray paints that I was making was actually more superior. No. No. Now, the whole purpose of the gunmetal technology is to give it the ability to be able to produce darker contrast levels. No, they weren't going for white levels when they developed that technology. Much darker contrast, as you can see. So if you have a gunmetal screen, you're talking about the white levels, you're completely off center. Screen has the ability to produce its white levels in color. If it couldn't produce the white levels, you wouldn't be able to see the color at all. It would be too dark to see. Looking for something here. Where am I putting that? I always lose the surface. No matter what, I lose the surface every single time. Gotta start putting stuff up. I do put stuff up. That's why I organize everything. I thought I'd add this in here. I like to add in, I'm talking about stuff, I like to add in some stuff about educating, you know, at the end of the day, you know. Dang, damn it, I knew that paperwork was going to come out of there like that. I like to add in a little extra. It's very important because you need to know this stuff. You need to know this stuff. This is why I always add a little extra in with my demonstrations. I'll talk about one thing, but sometimes I'll change gears. But this is stuff you need to see and need to understand. Because the other ones are not going to explain it to you. Because again, as I said before, they haven't done the test. They don't know what they're talking about. And they'll mess around and say the wrong thing and get themselves sued. Where is the tape for this? All right, let me see. Let's go up and pull our Starfield screensaver. Mine, you're on a 50 lumen projector. So let me see, better tape here. I'm gonna pour a nice Starfield. Now, this is a gray screen right there. As I told you before, a gray screen in no way whatsoever can ever compete with a certified gray A screen. You can't do it. They'll lie to you and tell you that you're going to read a contract. You can't read, you're not reading none of that at all, period. You can't see it. It doesn't pick up, it doesn't register at all in any way whatsoever. The problem with the darker versions mixes that they make, the problem you have with that, it doesn't read white light properly. That screen would destroy it when it comes to white light applications, and it still would pick up a much darker level. I've tested those particular products against Darkstar 9 Mine. We have these screens in our collection, so of course we're going to do the test. So it doesn't compare to a $5,000 screen. If they tell you they can, they lied. Now, let me see over here what we're doing over here with the grandma. Nope. And that's next to our technology. That reads a 100% infinity contrast level, which means if you take that certified screen and you lay it against our technology, we turn them gray. So consider the fact that that technology that I'm putting this little tiny projector on is under $300. Sorry, under $400. That's a $5,000 screen. So this is why I try to explain to people who make these gray screen paint products that really try to always compare themselves to us. We do the same thing. We're saving you hundreds. You're not saving jack at the end of the day. You're not. You can't even take that screen on. That's a $5,000 screen. Interesting, isn't it? Yep. So our technology basically produces the infinity one contrast over, which means we pull tremendous amount of color levels. See, watch this. Red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
And like I said, the diamond technology works perfectly fine. But next to our technology, it doesn't function correctly because our screen is a much more superior technology. And now you see why companies want to buy us out. Any company that possesses our technology will be the most advanced product on the planet. And mind you, we can develop that technology right there in 20 minutes. So this right here, as I told you about the story, the gray screen served its purpose. I could literally do a puppet show on this. I lie to you not. I could do a story time puppet show on this. That's the gray screen. Now the gray screen came up because gray screen was better than the white screen. Let's pull out a basic color right here. This is red, right? Commercial on that one. See if we can get back here and get this real red right here. There we go. Now that's the red on a gray screen on a 50 lumen projector, right? Better than the white screen, right? It ain't exactly red at the end of the day, but it is better than the white surface, right? All right. But you want that contrast level and all that other bitty two-shoe stuff, right? Now, we take the certified. Now, when the certified came out, the certified was way better than the gray screen. But the only reason why the gray screen survived is because the certified costs a lot of money. And instead of people going out and spending the money for the $5,000 and $3,000 projection screens, they went with the budget paints. A gray screen is considered to be a budget paint. Because if you can't afford one of these, guess where you go? Mind you, we're not even in the picture. I say we're not even in the picture. Black technology doesn't even exist. We're nowhere to be found, all right? It's just gunmetal, white, and gray. That's all you have, right? So now this guy pops up out of nowhere, and he shows himself like, hey, here I am right here. I've got this better technology. I can produce a much better red level. That's me. I should raise him a little higher. I'll put you over here. He's even Stevenson here. There we go. Get him up a little higher. There we go. I gotta get some better tape too. On my sample sheets. So this is a story they refuse to tell you. Well, mind you, I was in that era when all that happened. When all these certified, when that first certified screen popped up on the scene. So now that screen pops up, and that screen produces amazing color of red. Way better than the gray screen, way better than the white screen, but the problem is it's very expensive. So people who can't afford that screen, guess where you go to? You go to that gray screen. That's where you go. Because you can't afford the big boy screen. Now, if you could afford that screen, then you wouldn't have to go there into this. Or that either, period. But again, $5,000, $3,000 price tag for a 100-inch screen is really expensive. Consider the fact that you want to do a 120-inch or 150-inch or a whopping 200-inch screen. How much money do you think this is going to cost you? A lot of money. A DMP Supernova, that's not even as dark. It's not even, the DMP Supernova is good, but it's not as good as the Black Diamond. The Black Diamond is way better. A DMP Supernova at 180 inches is $17,000. Now, our technology sitting over there is under the $500 mark. Heck, we got a screen coming out pretty soon. And this Surface, that's going to be around $167, and it can literally take out a certified with ease. $167. Think about that. I have options to sell out. I have the option. I can if I want. Any one of these companies right here will take my technology. Heck, any one of these white companies screens to white screens right here, these basic white screens, we can convert this technology right here to make it far more advanced than that one and that one at the same time. Which means that they're selling those screens off at around, let's say, $20 a screen, they can now get $3,000, $5,000 for the screen because our technology is embedded into it. Changes everything, changes the game completely. Now, because we chose not to sell out, we chose to basically keep it even, well, not really even, kind of tip the playing field. Now, people have an option. Even the people who had the $5,000 have an option. They can go in and get our technology, which is far more affordable, far more advanced, and be able to produce beautiful images without the screen washing out or fading or spending the money for expensive projectors, being stuck in ambient light controlled environments and any of that stuff at the end of the day. They don't have to worry about any of that stuff at all, period. And it's affordable. Everybody can afford it. Now you understand why people who make screen paint products don't like us. Because again, we can do things that screens can't do. We raised the bar too high for them to be able to reach and catch it in the day because they have to do all that testing. Keep up with us, and they don't want to do that. And the certifieds can't stand us because, well, look what we do. How are you going to get $5,000 for a screen when we could do it for far less? How are you going to be able to develop technology to keep up with us when we can develop technology within minutes? There you go. So that's all I have to explain. I literally can go into a showroom and just explain that. That's all I have to do, and that's it. So let's go to Starfield Screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Got our basic Starfield. Now you can see a diamond technology. Pours a fantastic shade of gray. It doesn't read an infinity black level. It just picks up a very dark shade of gray. With the gray screen, doesn't pick it up at all, or picks up some of it, but it's much better than the white surface, which doesn't pick up anything at all, period. And we're just at a 50 lumen projector, that's it. So how you fix this problem with the white screen and the gray screen, so much you don't have to really do too much of that. I don't even know why they use high power projectors with this, because it really doesn't even need it, to tell you the truth. It's picking up at 50 lumens in a fully lit environment. I told you they undergrade their screens all the time. I don't know why they do that. They put in these high power projectors on its gun. I tested all kinds of certified screens. And I'm like, some of them do need high-end projectors, but the more darker ones don't even require it. It's picking up 50 lumens right now with no problem. So they don't even need it. But I guess you're going to be out there showing off the screen, and you're doing a partnership or do business with high-grade projectors and stuff. I can understand that theory right there. But still, do they need it? No, they really don't. They don't need high-end projectors to do it. And though you have the white screen, this is your option if we didn't exist. Your option would be white screen, gray screen paint products, or the high-grade certified. Now, the difference with this is a paint, which means this will allow you to paint your motorized projection screens, fixed frame screens, all that stuff, right? But you still won't be able to take that on in any way whatsoever. And the difference between our technology is that we make a technology that's more advanced than that we can paint on anything we want, including this surface today. When I get done, we get the weather is nice, we'll be turning this and converting this. This technology we're putting on is indoor and outdoor. It's an indoor and outdoor product. So we can come inside, we can take on all the certifieds and anything we need to take out, and then we can go outside where they can't go because this screen doesn't go outside. And we can basically do what we need to do. There you go. Let me show you that this is what the screen is. That's why I said when I do the demonstrations and I put it against our screens, it looks like this screen doesn't work at all. It does work. It does function perfectly fine. If I lay it against a white screen, you'll see how amazing these screens are. But next to our technology, which is a different class of technology. Now that's what I saw that day when I was doing my demonstrations. I took out that black diamond sample sheet and I laid it against my gray screen. That's what I saw. I was like, wow. He wasn't joking. They look just like a TV. Why do you think they're not threatened by gray screen paint products? You know why? Because they've tested y'all stuff already. I guarantee you, bar none. Somebody probably popped up on your site. They don't got to see who they are at the end of the day. And bought your stuff and took it down and tested it and found out it doesn't even work correctly. They probably figured out too that they can take everyday house paint and do the same thing. If you never got a letter from them or anything saying, hey, you know, we're checking out, you never got it, they probably tested your stuff already.
This is the greatest sleep innovation ever created. It's the patented Gel Flex Grid inside every purple.
That's why when I sit there and say, when people are talking about, they're showing these gray screens off, they put them in these dark environments, they hit it with these high-powered projectors, and this is the reason why they need high-powered projectors to make the screen function better. So if I were to swap out this projector we have here at 50 lumens and grab one of the 5,000 lumen big boys, this gray screen would improve a little better. They only can advance by the type of projector that you use, which means you're going to spend more money for your projector to fix all the problems that the gray screen and white screen are going to give you at the end of the day. The gunmetal technology, on the other hand, that certified screen, it's not going to have that problem. It's going to be able to generate and do exactly what it's designed to do. It's a more superior technology. We stick that screen against our screen over here, our screen has the advantage point now. And now you see why they act the way they act. Because they already know. They already know. They all know. We had the better technology. I'm gonna get some heavy Velcro today. That should do it. Keep it up there. But that's to show you right there. That's why when I sit there and you see us doing tests on certified screens, and the first thing I say out of my mouth is, you don't do tests on certified screens. You know why? Because if you did, that screen would tear your stuff up pretty bad. You can't beat that screen. Not making this stuff that they're making at the end of the day, you can't take that screen off. Let's go grab something else here. Look at this. Everything I pull up on the menu. See how it comes up clean on the black diamond? You walk into a form site with that gray screen paint product, these screens will tear you up. They'll rip you up. You think that's bad? Look at the whatchamacallit, the daylight screen is a beast. That's another screen that's a beast. Dark Star 9, that's another one. That's another beast at the end of the day. DMP Supernova, both Infinity and Blade would take out a gray screen with no problem. They can't compete with that technology.
You aren't made for moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis, but #1 prescribed Entyvio is. It's the...
So they're telling you at the end of the day that, hey, my gray screen, your gray screen can't do jack at all, period. We used to make that stuff. We know what that stuff does. That's the same thing I went through in that bedroom. When I went there and took that certified screen, the diamond, and put it against my screen, this is what I saw. This is what told me at the end of the day, I got to change. If I don't change and I keep going down this road, I'm going to become obsolete next to that technology. And this is the reason why now we have black technology. 8 years ago, we saw the future. 8 years ago, everybody else was doing nothing. 8 years ago, that technology was running around. Well, actually, it was running around way before us. Because that fellow saw the future. He saw a darker screen. Instead of going with all the light screens like everybody else was doing, he had a different vision. He saw a darker technology. He went with it, and it was a good call. And when we got his technology over and we saw it look like, oh, shoot, this is what we're going to be dealing with in the future. No, we got to change. We got to change. Now, just so you know this, for people that make these great products, let me explain something to you. The company that you're dealing with over here and any of them other companies you're dealing with, especially this one right here, they don't play around. They're not ones to play around. They're not one to joke with. They will sue you in a hot second. I mean, they'll have lawyers on your back. You better know what you're talking about. You better know that you're doing, you're producing and doing your demonstrations correctly. If you're doing things to like try to mess with the screen, tamper with the screen, dumb shenanigans, I see people doing demonstrations to try to cheat to make their products look better, you get hit with a lawsuit real fast, real quick, faster than when we can get to you. they'll get to you first. I guarantee you. So these companies don't play around. When I come out here and I do the demonstrations, I make sure that surface lays flat to the surface. There's no wrinkles, no creases in it, because this could disrupt the picture quality. We make sure they're sitting in the center, because some of these projector screens may have a narrow viewing cone effect, so they may be affected to the left or to the right. We don't use ultra short throw projectors. We don't use short throw projectors because this is very well plugged the screen. It turns them dark, and they're not ultra short throw compatible. If they say they're not, don't do them. Use your regular long throw projectors. You have to do everything by the book. That's the reason why we did testing with this company. They contacted us telling our product had potential. If they felt that we did anything wrong to their product, they would have had a lawyer. Now, first time they had it, the second time they had a lawyer because things didn't work out the way things they wanted. Because again, like I said before, I don't bend here or there on certain things. I got a standpoint that I stand by, and that's them. Believe it at that. This is the best I'm going to tell you about what happened. But other than that, if they felt at the end of the day that I felt that I was doing something to their product, I would have never received a letter saying, hey, you have potential. Let's talk about it later. I'd have never received that. I'd have received documents from an attorney telling me to back things down. That's what I would have tell them. No, we did everything right by the book. So if you feel that you watch this demonstration, you know, I can do the same thing too. Go mess around with that and play around, see what happens to you. They'll get to you way before we can get to you. You got to do it by the book. And that screen right there, mind you, the screen paint we're using right here, but not screen paint, it's the Apple Barrel. It's much darker. It's a much darker silver. So with that being said, the other products I've seen, and I have to say it, the Cinemax, Hybrant, all that stuff, yeah, that screen's going to kill you. And it can't even do it. It can't even compete with this. And as for your darker mixes, as in the Frankenstein and UV, they'll get crushed. Because that screen can generate a tremendously high white level. Watch this. White screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
For a surface that dark, yeah. Get back up there. What are you doing? Get you up there. So it produces a very good white level. There we go. Got to get some heavy Velcro, people. As you can see it right there? Yeah, it produces an amazing white level. It does. Now look at the gray screen. That's what I said. When I hear people talking about saving you hundreds and this, that, and the other, you're not saving anybody jack at the end of the day. You're not saving nobody nothing. When you talk about the products that they make, oh, good gracious. I can see the flaws already. You haven't done enough testing. I can see the flaws in your products already. You haven't done enough testing. Because these surfaces right here are the ones that matter. Now, of course, they come after us because, again, we could take these out. We would be the heavier hitters at the end of the day. You could take one of our screens up where you got a lot of bragging rights underneath of you. But that's not going to happen. But anyway, as you can see, with the screen being that dark, it's a very dark screen. Look at the white levels that it's generating. Compared to the gray paint, it doesn't pick up too well at all. Because they come up dingy and they come up dirty. Now, when they do basically a standalone, then they say, okay, we're picking, if I did that gray screen standalone, you wouldn't be able to tell at all, period. If I were to stick it against a white surface, the white surface would pick up the higher white level. Of course, it's a white screen. It's definitely going to pick up a higher white level. But the gray screen is going to be to produce a little better color and much better contrast because it's a little darker. Now, the gunmetal technology, which is darker, then the gray screen can pick up its white levels much better than a gray screen because there's something special and different about that screen that gives it that capability. Yeah. Yep. So the question is, when it comes down to, how is it possible that a gray screen can compete with our technology when these screens can? TCL 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
We're only at 50 lumens. 50 lumens, that's it, 720p. And that diamond can pick up. Now you see the difference between real technology and not real technology. So the gray screen, no, they're budget screens. That's all they are. It was just a quick, fast product to make, so something better than the white screen. And as you can see, we're not using a 5,000 projector. We're not using a 4,000. We're not even using 1,000. We're using 50 lumen 720p Pico. That's the difference between high certified, high grade screens versus a gray screen paint product or a white surface. That's it. Beautiful technology. Does the job. Does the job. So I tested enough certified screens. I know from the door that when someone sits there and say, "Oh, you're taking on a certified," no, the heck you're not taking on a certified screen. What plan are you on? You can't take that screen on. So a whole different category of technology. Where is my I know I had it on a few minutes ago. Me and fire sticks, I swear. I lose fire sticks like there is no. Oh, there it is. That's still something underneath something. When I sat there and said that I can get 10 times more for my technology, I can. When I go on site, and I have my investors sitting around me, and we show the demonstrations of what our technology is designed to do, my technology is going to skyrocket. We can beat any certified screen that comes against our technology. Any. As I said before, there's nothing out there for us. White screens can't touch us. Certifieds can't touch us. Gray screens can't touch us. We have the most advanced technology now. And then with the FLE sun color, we'll have the most advanced ambient light projection technology on the FLE that absorbs sunlight. And then for the customers, well, in the day you don't have to spend all this money. You go through us. Or you spend a ton of money and we'll still be able to take out the screen. Or you'll spend for that stuff down on the floor that's untested, and you'll basically waste your time and your money. That's why when I got people saying, well, we can do better, go ahead, knock yourself out. We'll be here when you come back. Let's see if the diamond can make us unwatchable. 4K snow screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
No, it can't. Because the screen has a special coating in it called the heightener. The white surface can't turn that screen dark. What do you think? A diamond is much darker than a white surface. Now, as for you naysayers out there, like to take my videos and redo them and say we did everything fake and it's not right. This is not this. Mind you, gentlemen, I'm going to be on site. I've already been on site already. I'm going to be at over 60 locations now, which means you're going to see demonstrations of me popping up all over the place. showing off this technology. So how would it be possible in your YouTube videos where you show demonstrations of my screen on your platform kind of too dark, but we're actually in real live showrooms and all different kinds of comfort halls showing off that technology, and it works perfectly fine. That's why I said the very videos that you shot like that, whew, yeah, I hate to put some legal stuff into it, but you're going to be sued for each one of those videos you shot and you did those demonstrations claiming that this is what our technology looks like. And again, we'll be in showrooms showing off that technology. So consider that $50,000 per video. Just want to let you know on that. 50 grand per every video. Yeah, because we got some people at the end of the day that will take our videos we shot right here and they'll go to their channel and they'll try to edit it to make it look like it doesn't work. This is how our products really look. Well, they're going to have to back those videos up because now that right there is another lawsuit that's being filed, and that's going to cost you $50,000 for each video you shot. And if you try to delete the videos, your videos were already copied already, just to let you know. But for our customers, as you can see, fantastic technology. And I said before, Diamond works perfectly fine. It does. It's an excellent technology. It's just that our technology is much more advanced. As you can see, we can read our white levels. Hold on for a minute. Let's put this real quick. Let's go with 4K Snow Screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Okay, for cottage up there. Starfield Screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Like I said, the whole purpose of this technology is to produce this amazing contrast capabilities. But it's going to be hard to complete with a screen that can read a 100% black level all the time. I'm going to put my screen up with my grommets because I need my stand for a minute. So let me move this and put this over here. And this is a projector we're using. If you're wondering, we actually support this company right here because we've been using it for quite some time. I've had this projector for a couple of years. And like I said, I would never come up here and say, oh, you know, because we tested our product against Diamond Technology by saying, oh, their product doesn't work. No, it does work. It shows you against a white screen. It pulls an amazing image. It's a big difference between that screen and a white screen. There's a big difference between that screen and any gray paint on the market. But next to our technology, we're a little advanced. We're more advanced. I should say we're more advanced. All right, let's grab this right here. So this surface right here is going to be coated, not with the FLE because we can't use it on that. We got a special coating for this right here. And this surface right here, we're going to convert into a screen. That's going to cost our customers $167. And yeah, it will be able to take on a certified, and it will be able to produce images outside. And we should be able to get that front and rear to kick with no problem. Now this one right here is going to be pre-coated, which means for those of you that don't want to spray, you don't have to. It's already coated for you. But then the other one we have, which is basically the inferior, or sorry, it's not the inferior, it's the superior infinity. That technology is a paint-on application, and it's special because, again, those of you who have those white those who have those white inflatable projection screens, yeah, that's what that thing will do. It'll actually advance those. Let me see, how much of this? We got a beam here, right? I got a beam right here. Stretch all the way over. So I'll stretch this thing. Is stretchable. Now this surface is stretchable. I like it. It's very stretchable. So I'm just going to put a couple of screws up there and just stretch it across. Right. Now keep in mind, I don't want to feel that putting anybody down who makes a great screen paint product, but it is what it is, okay? You got to speak the truth. You can't say that you have contrast levels equal to certified. You do not have that at all, period. I don't care what you're making. You don't have. You can't compete with a certified screen. And there's a reason why the physical screens consider themselves to be the more superior technology, because when you go into a form site and you mention a great paint, it only has a 2.0 gain attached to it. That's as high as they go. And they already know from the door. They've done the test themselves that you can't compete one of these screens. But us, on the other hand, we're a whole different form of technology. We can go in there and mess with the OLEDs. Great screen can't go in there and play with an OLED. You can't even read the Infinity 1 level. So, not going to happen. So a gray screen is considered to be a budget paint. So if you went out and you spent the money, someone told you that you spent that money for that P2 projector, you can't even read the 2,000,001. That thing is completely useless right now on your screen. It doesn't even work. And if you put it against one of these certified screens and you put your P2 on one of these, it's going to look absolutely amazing. You're going to see things that you can't even see on your gray screen to begin with. You think you're seeing an advancement on your white screen versus your gray screen. Try one of these certifies. But then, like I said, they're very expensive. And put that on your P2 on your high-end projectors and see what kind of image you pull up. It'll be much more advanced. Now you take one of those and put it in ours and see what happens. So you know you don't get your projector's full potential. Get a much better one with the certified screen. You get a much better image. Let me see. We got the grounds to reach this. Oh wow, we always want short. Can we reach it from here? Let me see something. I should be to get, if I put it right there, I should be to connect from there to there. All right, cool. I'll put it that way instead. There, cause we got a beam right there. We can move that over and put it right over here. What the heck? Where we oh, it goes right here. It's right here at the bottom. I want it right there. You got the power. We're going to receive our angry calls for that one. They take things too personally, really do. Way too personally. People call me up. We know who cursed me out. They take it too personally. It is what it is. You got to accept it, okay? Oh, sun's coming out. Yay! We're going to be outside today. Well, you want to see this application go on. Can't show you that one. It's special coating. Ooh. Got a nice stretch to it. Don't worry about that. That's a mark already that I had right there. So that stretches real nicely. Oh, this is going to be a nice surface. 167 for that baby when we get done with it. It's going to look gorgeous. I'm going to tell you right now, gray screen paint makers, this stuff will crush your stuff quick. The new coating we're putting on here, a certified is going to have a bit, well, certified can't touch it. But anyway, yeah, certified can't touch it, gray screen won't touch it, and it'll destroy a white screen with no problem whatsoever. And we get done on projectors that cost next to nothing without paying all this extra money to fix the problem. Until then, it's a white screen. But it stretches quite nicely. I like that. I do like it. I like it. I like it. It stretches real nicely. Check out the power. Well, I should have put it in a better term. For white screens, gray screens, it's just going to be much better than your product. It just is, okay? Got to use different terms. I'm so used to saying crush this and crush that all the time. You got to remember, I'm constantly always in competition. Well, not in competition, but you know what I mean. Just people always constantly challenge me. So let's just put it in a nicer term. It's going to be way more advanced than the gray screen and white screens and all that good stuff. You know, that's what it's going to be. And that's what the customer wants. They want a product that's going to work. Oh, by the way, all our screens are batch number tested, so you know that. Like all our other products, they're all batch number tested, batch number guaranteed. Yes, sirree. You got the power. Let me see where I'm at. Your grommets are stretching nicely. We want to make sure the grommets stretch nicely. There we go. Yeah, that's nice. Man, it's got a nice stretch to it. I like it. Oh, I like it. Let me put my stand back here. We don't need to stand anymore. Go used to for that. All right, that looks nice. Look at it, stretched out nicely. This is going to be fantastic because there's different ways you can use it. Now, you can use it for indoor if you want. You don't have to build a frame because the surface stretches out quite nicely. I want to make sure we weren't getting any wrinkles or anything like that because I balled this thing up and stuffed it down in the bag because it said it was anti-wrinkle free. Make sure we test all that. Make sure it's actually anti-wrinkle free. Put you back on the stand now. We're using this part right here to put our screen up. All right, we're going to tilt this side for a little bit, people. Don't worry, you're coming back over. Whoop, there you go. See? Nice. So, if you want, because I've done this, and you don't want to build a frame, if you're going to bring this indoors, just put in your 4 screws and you're done. That's it. Hangs right on up with no problem whatsoever. Nice and stretched. Now that mark you're seeing in the middle, that's not from the screen. That's what's on the other side. That shows you the transfer rate. That, yeah, you're going to be able to push an image right through that. And of course, all our technology is ultra short compatible. So you can run your ultra short projectors, picos, all that good stuff at the end of the day. Do like showing up the advancements. Diamond. Like I said, that right there, that's what started it for us. I'm going to take out and bring out Old Faithful, my 50 lumens. I need to hook that projector back up. It's my work projector. Keep that thing on a charge. It takes a battery pack. You got the power. Yeah. Got this song stuck in my head. At least the Brady Bunch ain't there anymore because, man, that thing was in there for a while. Woo! Man, it was in there for a while. That's a good one. It was in there for a while. Definitely in there for a while. All right, we're going to bring out Old Faithful 1000 projector. That's what it grab. Yeah. Cool. That's why I said, do not make false statements by saying my product is the best of the best. No, it's not. I told you, before you can touch us, you got to get through those first. And those screens are brutal. They know what they're doing. It's an excellent product. You have to get through one of them first before we can get through us. And as you can see, it's gorgeous. It does its job. So I'm not a big fan because I don't want people thinking that, oh, you're saying all that because you want. No, I don't want to work with Screen Innovation. I have no plans to. We'll never work with them ever because I don't like the way I was treated in the process. But I do respect good technology when I see it. See, the difference between me and them, I think other people at the end of the day, the naysayers, that you guys just hate for the sake of just hating. That's all you just hate. That's all you do. You be part of the haters club. But these people did me dirty. And I can easily say that I hate these people, but I don't hate them at all, period. At all. I don't like what they did to us, but I don't hate them, no. And I don't basically sit there and say, oh, their product's this and that and it's trash. No, I would never say that. Because, again, if it wasn't for their technology, if I didn't see what I saw that day, I'd still be making great paint right now. And that stuff right there is absolutely amazing. I always give credit where credit is due. If Jamie made a decent product, or the other one, Danny made a decent projection screen product, I might not like the person who basically develops it, but I have to respect the technology behind it. That's what you do. You got to be fair. But you got people out there that will hate you and hate your product at the same time. And they will disrespect your product and disrespect you at the same time. That's not a person you do business with. Gotta respect the art. If you don't respect it, then you know, that makes you a hater. Take it on. End of the day. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of how they treated me, but your technology's good. Let me see what we got here. We need a fire stick. Fire stick's on here. Yeah, but they made a good product. Yeah. Gotta give credit where credit is due. Because if you can't give credit where credit is due and you're just hating on it because you just hate that person, then that just makes you a hater. That's what it does. All right, we're going to be using our Old Faithful over here. What time we got right now? We got 8:22. Okay, we have 9. Get this done. So I'm happy the fact that we're going to have a product that the customer can be able to get a nice screen. And if the 100-inch is not big enough for you and you want a bigger screen, then we got screen paint product. That's an FL. It's which one over here? It's FLEs or Alpha Cinemax black technology over there. Let me see. We need a power cord. Everything's hooked up. Power cord's running through there. We should have everything we need, right? Are we hooked up to this? We are hooked up to this. Okay, so it's in line with our projector. YouTube. Surface lay nice and flat. If I cheat in a demonstration that I do against a superior screen, I cheat myself at the end of the day. Because deep down inside, I will always know that I can never take on that screen because I cheated. This is the reason why when we request black paint to be shipped to us, is the reason why we never get it. That's why. I'm going to go with LG. I'm going to cancel. Black background, beta fish. And they can take this screen, they're diamond, and they can stick that in the middle of a white screen, because that's the screen you're really going to be battling with at the end of the day. This is the screen you're going to see in your school. This is the screen you're going to see in churches. This screen you're going to see everywhere. So all they have to do is take their sample sheet and stick it right in the middle and just show that demonstration up, and they got to sell that fast, that quick. Product sells itself. You have to show a massive difference between night and day when you do these demonstrations. Black technology is a little bit more advanced to actually prove, because again, this is a technology that's supposed to be plagued in fully lit environments. It doesn't have the ability to pick up on high lumen projectors. Sorry, it requires high lumen projectors to pick up. Like the woman sat there and said, she said 2,500 lumens. Everyone we met, the mark was 25, and it had to be 25 in a dark environment, that poorly ambient light controlled or dark environment at 25. That's the lowest they could go. We could pull at 50 in a fully lit environment. We could generate our high white levels. We could take on certified screens. There's no way in the world that's going to take on a certified screen. No way whatsoever. It's going to struggle. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to put them side by side, but I want to talk about this surface too, which is a smarter surface, which I had that conversation with that woman on the phone, and I'm sorry, on the chat, and she said that the screen pulls up very good white levels, but you know what we saw in the demonstration. Diamond works perfectly fine. It's exactly what it's designed to do. So that our technology is more advanced. Now, if you notice, right, below me is just an everyday backdrop for, you know, for photos and all that stuff like that. And then the screen we have, which over top has a 2.0 gain, but that surface at the bottom doesn't have a 2.0 gain. Beautiful birds, 4K. So I'm going to show you something here. This is why when you hear and you see, when you watch those demonstrations and they say, well, you know, this particular screen has a certain white level, and you know it's a high grade white level, and it's better than, and no, they're all the same. They're just literally all the same. You're going to be outside doing them. You're going to be outside. Just buy a white bed sheet and be done with it. Same thing. Hold on for a minute. All right. Let's pause it right there. Same thing. Exact same thing. So this screen will sit here and tell you, the over top, the one I got, will tell you that that screen has a 2.0, pulls up a higher white level, pulls up better color and contrast, and da-da-da-da-da. It's all the same thing. All of it. You're not getting anything at all, period. Now, if you look at the white screen on a standalone, let's bring it up. You look at a standalone, you think you're pulling a beautiful image, you're pulling beautiful color, you're pulling nothing at all. The screen's washed out. It's completely washed out. But most people can't see this because you're not used to looking at high-end screens. I look at high-end screens, look at Diamond Technology, certified screens, our technology. I'm used to seeing a different picture. This is why when we do the inflatable screens, we do a half and half to show you exactly how much you're missing. Show you something else real quick too, while we're up here. Woo! I told you about a white sheet of paper. Same thing. Same thing. White sheet of paper ain't got a gain on it at all, period. It has no gain on it whatsoever, right? Pause that right there. There we go. Got a good contrast level popping up there. So let's see if the white sheet of paper is going to be better, or this screen's going to be better than the white sheet of paper. See if we get a change or a difference. So let's see. Nope, exactly the same. As I said before, it's no, you're not really, get something a lot more flatter than this white sheet of paper. There we go. It's the same thing. White sheet of paper, white t-shirt, it's all the same thing. When you read up there and they talk about the white screen, they'll say, oh, it has this 2.0, it has a higher gain. You're going to be able to pick up a high white level. All the rest are going to come out ivory. This special knitted surface. It's all the same. We're all going to pick up the same. It's a special knitted surface. But you guys say it all the time. Sorry, I can't tell. That's something funny I got stuck in my head. I've been saying it the last couple of days. And even more shocking, some of the certified screens that are white screens that claim to be something different, they're all the same thing. It's a white surface. Told you. So when you see me take a white surface and you see me stick it against my screen, people come and go, oh, that's not the same as a white screen. It's not the same as a 2.0 or a 0.1 or 1.0. That's a different completely screen. You can't get the same measurements with a white piece of paper. Yes, you can. Because I proved that theory a long time ago. When there were people in these rooms talking about that 2.0 basically pulls a high white level. It's an amazing screen. A white sheet of paper or a wall can't do the same thing. Yes, it can. Did that one already. That's why when I take that surface and I put it against my technology and our screen produces better color, does what it's designed to do. It's the same equivalence as a white sheet of paper. Exact same thing. Yep. You got the blue one. There you go. Let me put it there one more time. Bam. Oh yes, we got the sun coming out. Yeah! We'll be outside in a few minutes. Sorry, I can't record it. Can't show you how we put the application on for this thing. The other one we can, but this one no. 4K snow screensaver. Get my equipment to everything we need. Shows the same white levels as a white sheet of paper. So when you're going on and you're buying your white surface, if they're using a white screen, you're saying, well, this 2.0 pulls a higher white level than any white surface. No, they're all the same. They're all the same. It's just bamboozling you. You're getting bamboozled. All right, you're getting bamboozled. Bamboozled. You bamboozle me? You bamboozle. You got bamboozled. Let me show you something else real quick. Once I'm on here, showing you a little bit of everything. I try to show you a little bit of everything, people. Ugh. That's why I can't say this enough that when you get people sit there and say, well, hey, that's not true, that's not real. Well, that's what the courtroom's for. That's what it's for. That's what it's for. It's for all the stuff that people say that it's not true. That's what courtrooms are for. You bring people in there, go for a judge, everybody presents their evidence, and who comes out on top. That's what they're for. Now, that's the gray screen right there. This is the apple bottom. This is the one that cost you $4.97. Someone cheated in that demonstration. They didn't want to do it correctly. So, I'll show you. All gray screens. I don't care what they are. All gray screens, they cannot pull 100% white level. If they come on there and lie and brag, they pull these high white, no. The minute they put a little black in there, it automatically drops right from the door. The only screen that can pull 100% white level is an actual white screen. Only one that has that capability. You got the so it's coming down. It'll come down. Go. So I'll show you all this. I'll take the time out to show you all this because this is what you should be seeing in demonstrations. Anytime you watch a demonstration on the screen print, this is what you should be seeing. If they're not pulling out certified screens, if they're not showing these kind of tests at the end of the day, don't go near that product because you're just setting yourself up for something pretty bad. There's the certified screen right here. That's the diamond technology. I'm going to be in front of that screen because of mine. They got that surface attached to it. There we go. Maintains a much better white level. And this is much darker. This is much, much, much darker than that. But it picks up a higher white level. See, the thing is that we've done so much black and white paint. We mix black and white paint together. The minute the screen starts showing those signs, we know it's in it. Because it's black and white paint. We just make this stuff. It's black and white paint. So black and white paint gives off a certain color level. It gives off a certain contrast. It gives off a certain look to it. So when we get a gray paint down here, we basically mix that black and white mixture first. We put it next to it. If it matches, it picks up any of the color levels exactly the same way. We already know what's in your stuff that fast. I can look at the camera and tell what's in it. But you guys see it all the time. I just want to show you that. Let's show you one more before we go. We're going to take the screen, because remember I told you we talked to the company, and they said that the screen is a smaller surface. They pull a high white level. Let's show you who it is right here. It's right there. Look at there, right there. There's smaller surfaces right there. That's one of their black screens, right? This is the black paint right here. This one stay up there. Oh shit, because you got the heavy stickies on that. And then here's another one right here. Sorry about that. This is why I said that they should have tested their products more. Really should have. I don't know what they were testing it on, but they certainly weren't testing it on a white surface. They weren't doing white level tests. Okay, if you're doing a white level test, your screen should be able to pull up a very high white level without becoming too dark. This gives you an idea exactly where your white levels are laying at. See what I mean? That's bad. That is really, really bad. Now, let me show you something even more interesting. You see this screen right here? The one on this side, this has a narrow viewing cone effect attached to it. And we take it, turn to the side, see how it starts going dark? It's called a narrow viewing cone effect. That means the screen has a very hard time picking up if you look at it on an angle. Bring it back this way, comes back up. Better way to explain this, I'll show you. White screensaver. Now, watch this. Your turn start. Watch this again, watch. Red screensaver. See it? There you go. It's called a narrow viewing cone effect. It's where a screen basically, when you turn to the side, they go dark. This will plague an ultra short throw, big time. So screens I tested that were certified screens, if they had a narrow viewing cone effect, chances are they weren't going to work too well with ultra short throws. And some of them already told you right from the door, you know, it's not ultra short throw compatible. That's why the zero edge is interesting, because the zero edge has no narrow viewing cone effect at all, period. It can pick up when you turn to the side, which usually most of them can't do that. 4K snow screensavers. Now it's supposed to be the other way around. Not supposed to come up dark. Not that dark. That's way too dark. Way, way, way too dark. And I'll show you why. So people say, well, what about you, Ken? What about you? What about you? All right, I'll show you what about me. You know, I'm not a person to sit there and back down for something like this. I've done this already. Mind, we've done this one already. But I'll show you again. It's what I like to do. I'll show you again. It's not a problem for me. I'll show you again. All right, snow dogs right there. See? Sitting there nice and proud with snow dogs. Let me see. I'm going to have to move my one a little bit. I have to anchor it up a little higher because I'm a little lower on this side and my desk is a little higher on the other side. Let's bring this up a little bit. For me. Right. Take that up nicely. Okie doke. Now, come over here on my side and swing it around and show you that on our screen, is our screen going to come up that dark? All right, let's see. Bring you over here real quick. See, sun's out already, so it's time to go paint. All right, so let's see what we get on our side. Let's see if our screen comes up that dark. All right, a little bit. No, it doesn't. Because the screen can read white light, that's why. So that very dark image, as you can notice, our screen's not turning that dark. Yep. Right there. Now, as I showed you before, that's why I showed you the demonstration with the white surface. You're seeing right there. Because I have some people come and say, oh, that's not a fair demonstration. You have a white sheet of paper on your screen on that side, and that has a 2.0 screen. They're both the same. That's why I took it off and put it over there and showed you the demonstration. It matched, it blended with no problem whatsoever. A white sheet of paper will do the exact same thing as a 2.0. That's all, do the same thing. So, with that being said, when I put that white surface against there, guess what? It resembles that surface right there. That's why I showed you that. That's why you have to be very detailed in your demonstrations. You have to be. Some people will skip those points because they're just trying to get over on you. Well, I'm not going to do that because I'm not trying to get over you. I'm trying to show you. Now, see how dirty that comes up? See how dark and dirty? There you go. Screen can't read white light. That's why. Yep. Can't read white light. So, that shows you the level. And this short demonstration was a short, I'm pretty sure, no, it wasn't, it was never a short. This demonstration exactly, when we tell you that our technology is tested, it works 100%. And again, for the naysayers who are probably going to take this video right here and probably say, oh, you try to doctor it if it looks different. I can do this in any showroom I want. Same demonstration, no problem whatsoever. So, we'll message you them real quick. Yeah, we're going to be taking the civil court for that one because you've been doing these videos and you've been taking my previous videos like this and making them look like something that they're not and saying that our products are coming out looking like that. Well, so since I'm going to be in a lot of locations, I'm going to have a lot of people testifying against our products and stuff like that. When we get time, we get enough information gathered up and people we're doing business with to have them testify that they have our technology in their showrooms or where we have them at, and that the product was perfectly fine. We'll have even more evidence showing that you were slandering my product on YouTube, trying to make my product like something that they're not. And this is going to cost you at $50K a video. And if you delete anything, I wouldn't advise you doing that because the investigator was already on your channel months ago and they got everything they needed. So if you delete anything, it's just going to show evidence. I'm sorry to bring that in there, people, but yeah. We got people that are that threatened by our products that they do stuff like that. They do stuff like that. Isn't it a shame, isn't it? We worked very hard to make good products, and they're angry about it because we set the bar too high, and it means they got to work. Gravy train is over, gentlemen. You got to work. I work every day. Every day I get up and I work. It's like if you have that supervisor that really, doesn't say much, and you can sleep on the job, you got it pretty good, you're getting paid to do nothing because you're not really doing any work at all. And then they getting a chance to get rid of that supervisor and get somebody in there that likes to work. You're going to hate your job after that because now the gravy train is over. Can't do this and can't do that because you got somebody in there that'll be on your back 24/7 and to make sure you get the job done. And that's what you're not going to like. I'm going to cut the corners. And this shit, I don't get how people are like that because I'd be scared to death. I would be scared to death to take my product and have it fail on camera. That'd be really embarrassing. All right, let me see what we're going to need. So screen stretches out, balls it real nicely, which I had this thing all balled up when I first got it over here, stretched out nicely. Now I got to go out back and I got to coat this, but I can't basically tell you when, and because you can't see that part. But the other screen we're doing, you're going to actually see that right there. That's our other screen. And this is going to be the screen paint involving, this is going to be involving this is pre-coated for 100 inches, 167. And the other one's going to be what allows you to paint whatever you want. So that's a little different price. It comes in 32 ounces and 1 gallon. 1 gallons do come with a free popcorn machine. Sorry, we can't make that available overseas. I do apologize. Just costs me a little more money for shipping. I do pay for all the shipping. But we will add in some cool LED lights with that. And the other one has LED lights too. The one for 32 ounces. Once we get all the testing done, because we can't launch this first, we have to make sure, most likely this one's going to do quite well. But the other one, we have to make sure it's going to be able to apply to the PVCs, because I'm not worried about the fixed, not the fixed frame screens, but the inflatable screens. Don't worry about that. I'm more concerned about people who buy the PVC material and they fold it up. That's my concern. So if it works with it, we're good. If it doesn't, then at least we know. And that way you don't have to worry about, us making some false accusation. You painting this stuff down and ruining the surface you just spent money on. We don't want you going through that. So let us wreck it on our end. And then when we find out if it works or not, we'll do it all on camera. Then if it works, then we can add that to the list, and if it doesn't, then we just don't add it to it. Now, keep in mind, even a stationary one, we have to make sure it's going to work. So we'll do a small stationary one. We'll leave it out there. We got 1 week, so we'll do the stationary one, hang it up there. It'll be out there for 1 week, well, through the weather and all that. And then after that, we test the other stuff. So that way we know that, as it's out there, we don't have to worry about any cracking or peeling, because mind, this is a different kind of surface. That PVC, we have problems with that, especially with the kind of like soft PVC. So if it's done with a fixed frame screen, that stiff stay there, it's not going anywhere, you're not taking it out from the frame, it's there. That's going to be inside your house, so you're not going to have a problem. You're talking about a screen outside, different element. You're going to have all kinds of moisture, you're going to have heat, you're going to have cold, you're going to have rain. All that can affect your screen. We're not worried about the products we have. They're already tested for that, but now we're trying something different. We're going with a surface that we weren't used to using, which is the inflatable screens, and we're going near the PVC, which we advise people not to do, but we're going to see if we can do it or not. And also, too, another thing I want to find out, if we can get it to operate at 1,000 lumens at 5 o'clock would be really nice. But if we can't, we'll take 6. So we want to get all this done before we get like late in the summer. We don't want to late in the summer. We want the first week, get this thing launched, probably the second week of May. And in that way, summertime comes up, you can figure out how you want to hook up your amazing screen in your backyard, which is going to look absolutely incredible. Your neighbors, I'm telling you, they're going to be popping over like, oh, what you got over there? I mean, don't be surprised if they start popping up, or they start moving their patio furniture to the far end where your screen's sitting at. Yep. Start striking up a conversation with you. What do you got there, neighbor? All right, let me see. Got that there. It's all good. Wait. All right. That's why I wanted to also do that demonstration too, because, like I said, when we do the diamond technology or the certified screens, that's why I do those demonstrations against the white screens. And the reason why is because we want to show you that reason why that screen costs that kind of money at the end of the day. What you doing? You're getting in trouble, ain't you? I'm watching you get in trouble. Stay away from there. So there's a reason why that screen costs $5,000. Now you see why it costs $5,000. A lot of money, but still, that's why they cost $5,000. It's a big difference. And if someone sits up there and tells you, and they lie, and they say, oh, my gray screen paint is equal to a $7,000, you lied. It's not. I've seen that on Danny. Danny puts up there that his screens are basically save money. You don't spend $4,000, $5,000, $7,000. You're not matching that screen in no way whatsoever. No way in the world. Unless you can show physically, you can show demonstration after demonstration after demonstration that you could take a screen on like that, then you can make that statement. But you can't make that statement, especially if there's no videos on you doing certifies. That's a whole different category of technology, as I showed you in the demonstration. Now, every time you see me lay one of those screens against our technology, and you see how that screen, basically, our screen's able to overpower it, you see exactly what our screens have to go through. It's not an easy task to take one of those out. And it shows the value of our product. And that's what I was trying to explain to you. Being able to present the value of your product. The reason why they get the $60 mark, and they should be getting much lower than that if you match house paint, you can't back the product up. But the reason why you're getting much lower for your product, and the reason why people are spending $300 and $400 for our stuff, because we can prove that the technology is more advanced than a $5,000 screen. So which sounds more better to you? Under $400 or $5,000? A much bigger size, convert anything you want. So keep in mind, those screens, the technology we develop has the ability to be able to allow you to convert a $69 motorized projection screen more advanced, or turn your tabletop into a certified screen. What are you doing over there? Come on. You're doing too much. Come on, come on. Let me see. Come here for a minute. Come here, come here, come here. I want to see what's going on out here. If you sold nothing at all, freaking out for no reason. I sent something out there. You're going to be out there anyway. Your bubble bag. I'm going to put you in your bubble bag. But anyway, yeah, that's the reason why. That's the reason why people spend $220, $230 for 24 ounces of that technology, because that technology can show that basically it can take on certified grade screens. Physical screens at that, if you want to put it on that term. That's why. But if you can't take on that screen, then guess what? Your product is worth what it's worth. You're not matching the white levels on a certified, as I showed you in the demonstration. And mind you, that apple barrel, and you can sit there and say, well, my product's an apple barrel. No, that stuff has a challenge on it. So for anyone who thinks at the end of the day, great product, that your product is better than the apple barrel, then do the demonstration. Don't cheat. Use containers that are sealed, that don't have black paint smeared around the top of them. Because if you have to cheat on that demonstration, that really shows at the end of the day, your stuff really doesn't work at all, period. You got to cheat at that. Ugh. Now repeat these things over and over and over again. We repeat these demonstrations over and over again. If someone got accused of cheating on something, then they should be to repeat that demonstration 100 times, over 100 times, over 100 times. If they do it one time and they never go near it again, there you go. We can do that over and over and over again. But like I said, they're not worth what they're telling you. What they're doing is they're taking old paints from 10 years ago and they're introducing them to the projectors we have today, and they're saying, this is what you're going to pick up. I'm not picking up any of that. We're equal to certified screens. No, the freak you're not. All right, I got to get out here and I got to get my surface coated. You know I'm so happy about this new coating that we're going to put on here? I'm happy about that. This is going to be one of the most affordable screens we have so far. $167. You imagine that. 100 inch. It's going to be designed to take on any certified screen we lay against it. It's going to be to produce beautiful images in fully lit environments, and no expensive projector is required. Front and rear capability, technology, and ultra short though compatible, and it's inside and outside. I can take it off the wall, take it out there, take it up there, put it back in here. I love it. Love it. And this summer, man, this summer ain't gonna be the same for some of y'all. Those of you invest in this technology, it's not gonna be the same. You'll be able to look at your cell phone and screen at the same time. We're just gonna do that demonstration, by the way, and it's all gonna look the same. No more washed out, no more faded images. Oh, it's going to be beautiful. All right, people, I got to go. Thank you for your time. Of course, we thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with amazing technology. If it wasn't for him, none of this would be available. We're going to have this pretty soon. I say probably we should have all the tests knocked out. We should have both of them available. First week we're testing. Second week in May, they'll be available. They will come with free worldwide shipping, which means we'll ship this to you anywhere in the world for free. Yeah, anywhere in the world for free. All right, if you do require signature confirmed, this is free by our company. You don't want your packages out there, just contact me and say, hey, I need signature confirmed. We got you taken care of. All right, got to go, people. Thank you all, and God bless.